Hi, hello, I am Dave in real life, and welcome to this off the crossbar daily roundup video. And yeah, today we are going to look at the league tables in both the football predictions game and fantasy wrestling league. And yeah, we're going to do some predictions as well for the semi-finals of the World Cup. Going to change a few things up in that, so make sure that you're get a pen and paper ready or something to that effect, because the rules are slightly changing. I'm going to make it a little bit more interesting. So yeah, without further ado, we are going to actually look at the fantasy league stuff first. I know a lot of interest is built over this with this wrestler swap, what we did part of yesterday's stream. Yeah, obviously that will affect this table going forward for the month of December, of course. But the table as it stands now, obviously a massive week of wrestling last week, lots of title shots, so a lot of points have been scored up. We had NXT deadline, which also plays a major factor in the scoring from for this week. So yeah, here's the table update. We've got in 25th is Jesse on 12 points, Davey Paul on 16, we've got Retro on 17, Michelle is on 19 points now, William on 20. Eva did drop into that bottom section, has finally found a way to leapfrog both William and Michelle. She's on now 21 points. James on 23 points. Then Adrian is on 24. Melissa is on 30 points. Sam is on 32 points. Then we've got Gregor on 37. Adil in 14th on 38 points. Dark Knight is on 39 points. With Keaton, one of our former champions, is on 40 points. Edward is in 11th with 42 points. I have finally leapfrogged into the top 10 with Grayson Waller getting a title shot now. Number one contender to the NXT Championship. He won the Survivor Series match thing. Iron Man Survivor match. Whatever you want to call it, really. He's won that. That's it. Got me to 45 points. Irish Rebels in 9th with 49 points. Got Just Nick. He's on in 8th with 52 points. The same with Bonkers. He's on 52 points as well. In 6th is Chloe. She's on 59 points. And Mouldy Spoon drops down. He's now on 60 points. Dylan's in 4th place with 65 points, but a massive leapfrog for James Chadwick. He has jumped quite far up the table. He's now on 72 points. He benefited from the weekend. Got a massive 18 points with wins for Kofi Kingston, the New Day. Obviously, he's now swapped. He's now with a member of Pretty Deadly. So yeah, he got massive points. He also had Cara Jade involved in the female match. So we've got a massive 18 points, which propelled him into 3rd. Connor is still in 2nd with 87 points. But still out in the lead, our current champion leads with 96 points. All could change. Lots of things have happened. Obviously, wrestler swaps could make a massive difference as well. There seems to be a massive gap, though, between the top 3 and the rest. Hopefully that can start to be dwindled down and we get a decent championship reign. So we've still got 2 champions. Keaton was our first. Leeds looks on course to retain, but we've seen this before. Connor was dominating the full month, only to get it dashed at the last minutes by Leeds. So there is an opportunity there for anybody to still win. But can Leeds be our first retaining champion? That is the question. But now we're going to go over to the football predictions game, and we are going to look at that league table. Only 16 players. Did realise that 2 members didn't put their predictions in. They were asking why they weren't included on the last table. That is the reason why. I'm not going to put people with 0 points on the table. That is not happening. So with that being said, Michelle is propping up the table. She's got 5 points. Adrian K did amazing, got 10 points. Bonkers is on 13 points. Leroy come in with 15 points. I'm in 12th with 16, not doing too good. And we've got a cluster of people on 17 points. That is James, Leeds and Connor. Edward is then in 8th with 19 points. On 21 is Jesse. Then we've got Chloe in 6th with 23 points. Sam is just above her with 30 points. Dylan got 15 points, which meant he goes on to 33 points. Massive leap for Adil. He earned the highest out of everybody with 25 points, which took him up to 3rd in the table with 38. Then we've got Jamie. Well done, Jamie. Is only 7 points behind Retro D-Man. He's on 40 points. Retro D-Man got a massive 15 points as well, and is now on 47. So we could get a retain here as well. Retro D-Man on top of the table. Our current champion of the predictions game as well. So, yeah. But honestly, the way that we're going to do the semi-finals could certainly help split this table right in half, as we're going to go and look at those predictions. And yes, we are changing it up because obviously there's 2 games. I'm not going to be doing another predictions video until next week for the Carabao Cup. So rather than us trying to come back and add the games as they come in, we're doing it different. We're going to play it different. So your predictions of the semi-finals will be your prediction for the final or the 3rd place playoff. What does that actually mean? So if you have Argentina beating Croatia, Argentina will be in the final, will be in your final. Same with France or Morocco. What's going to happen is, if you get the finalist right, you're getting an extra 5 points. So if you've got France to go through, they go through to the final, it is 5 points. Bang on the money, 5 points. Same, obviously, in the other game. So you kind of get what I'm talking about. The 3rd place playoff, I don't feel like I should give you points for you to, because you picked the losing team. So I think we'll give 3 points for that. So you get the 3rd place playoff team. I'm going to give you 3 points. Not 5 points, because what's the point in that? I'm going to give you 3 points extra. Because it's kind of like you're not really guessing who's gone through to the final. It's just they just happen to fall. Then obviously I want you goal scorers. So I've gone Argentina, Croatia to 1-1 draw. Gone for Argentina to win on penalties. I don't want how many penalties to score, because I don't want it to get silly. If you just put who you want to win on penalties. The after extra time, I'm not bothered about that scoreline. The scorelines are 90 minutes. Your goal scorer will count in extra time. I want to make that abundantly clear, like it did in the last round. So yeah, I've gone 1 apiece. Argentina win on penalties. Got France, Morocco. As much as I love Morocco to win, going France 2-1. I've gone for Alvarez and Giroud to score in that game. Then, that being said, Argentina and France are going to go through to the final. I've got France to win 3-2 in the final, and I've gone for Rabido to score. One thing I want, that 3rd place playoff match, obviously that means that will be Croatia versus Morocco. Gone for 2-1 Croatia to win that one. Perisic to score. I am going to state one thing, and it is going to really upset quite a lot of you, because I know which 2 footballers they're going to pick, and the band. I am banning Messi and Mbappe. The band. You're not allowed to pick them. If you pick them, your goal scorer will become nil and void. I just noticed in the last round a lot of points were just going to the fact that you was picking Messi and Mbappe. It seemed to me like a choice. I mean, I really wanted to ban Giroud as well, but then who could you pick? So Mbappe is out of the question. Messi is out of the question. All rest are on the table to pick as your goal scorers, but you can't have Messi, you can't have Mbappe. they're banned. So I just want to make that abundantly clear. If you pick them, it'll get voided. And it'll prove to me that you haven't watched the video, because I'm not putting that in the description of the video. So if you don't watch the video, that's on you, not me. Tough shit. Because if you pick them, it's void. And you would know that if you watch the video. So there you go. That is the points. That's what we're playing with. Obviously, it means that I don't have to try and update you with a community post during the week. This is a lot better way of doing it. You can earn extra points by predicting who's going to make the final. And your prediction will count as far as goals would concerned. I will accept whatever goal line you give me, whatever goal scorer you give me will be accepted for the final. It's whether or not you get the points for them actually being in the final is the other matter, isn't it? So that's how we're doing it. I hope that makes sense. If you do need me to explain any of this, please DM me on Twitter or comment on this post that you don't understand, and I'll try my best to explain it. But it's simple. We are predicting the semi-finals. I want whoever you pick to win those semi-finals will be your finalists. So I want your prediction on who you will think will win off of that. And it will be considered then for the weekend. And we'll see what points you get. So if you get France to go through, and they do go through to that final, it's 5 points, baby. I mean, I think it's an easy 5 points. Maybe not. Maybe you feel a little bit more braver than that, and you think Morocco are going to do it. Or you think Croatia are going to do it. It's up to you. It's your picks. But whether or not you get that extra points, it's totally down to you. So there you go. So hopefully you've understood that. So your predictions, please put in this video. And obviously the wrestling stuff will sort itself out over the next week. We will be back again next week with an update of both tables. And obviously predictions for the Carabao Cup after the World Cup. So best of luck to all of you this week. It's a different way of doing it. And remember, don't pick Messi, don't pick Mbappe, because I will not count them as goals. And it'll prove to me that you haven't watched this video. Like a lot of you don't do, actually, as I found out in the past. So yeah, I've been Dave in Real Life Football. You guys have been awesome. And until the next time, bye for now.